Reddit, what are we all missing right now, because it gets overshadowed by coronavirus news. There's a shady law trying to get rid of encryption. Edit, wasn't expecting this to blow up. Cool. It's called the Earn IT Act. Everyone should Google it. Also, wash your hands. That would hurt online sellers since they rely on encryption to protect consumer information. Imagine the dent Amazon would take if the US population's encryption ended. If companies are smart, they will be against this. The bill is only for encryption used for communication, i.e. WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, for example, would not be allowed to have any encryption until they prove they could effectively combat child predators. The bill doesn't define what is proof and what is not. So basically the federal government would have free rein to deny any messaging encryption on any platform for any reason. Obviously this could be massively abused to invade the privacy of US citizens. It wouldn't apply to Amazon or other forms of encryption, and that's probably why it has not been lobbied against. Unfortunately, the largest 11, maybe 12, I forgot which, companies that this would affect have pledged to follow through with it so they don't look like they support child predators. WTF. They may as well ban envelopes at the post office. Don't give them any ideas. The last Ebola patient was discharged in DRC. Imagine their reaction when they come out and see this coronavirus mess. Ah shit. Here we go again. Looks at coronavirus, you messed with the wrong Ebola survivor, fool. Many companies such as Nike are currently under investigation for slave labor. This is why the CEO of many companies have been stepping down lately. Slave labor from the concentration camps in China. Don't forget Apple. There's solid proof that the elected Colombian president campaigned with narco-traffic money. Most likely they bought the presidency for him. Can confirm, just finished Narcos. So, a normal election? Lol, I guess so. Corey Feldman accused Charlie Sheen of rape. Didn't he say that Charlie was the one who molested Corey Haim? I heard he raped Corey Haim. Parts of Africa and South Asia are having their crops decimated by a massive locust swarm, and it's estimated to impact the food security for about 20 million people. Locust, famine, viruses, all we need is a touch of war or raining sulfur, which makes this some biblical shit. I hear the US is firing missiles at Iran after troops were killed and that Turkey and Syria are skirmishing. Saudi Arabia and Russia are fighting over oil. Brazil is apparently removing diplomats from Venezuela. Do those count towards the Red Horsemen, more of an all-out kind of thing? Some war here, some rumors there. I think it counts. Didn't Epstein's bank account just quietly shuffle away another 50 million? Not as important as a lot of other issues, but the whole Epstein thing has really fallen out of the news cycle. A second person was cured of HIV in the UK. I heard about this. It was because of a stem cell treatment meant for his cancer. But the cells in the transplant came from someone with HIV immunity. Yes, that's a real thing, so now he's cured. Truly amazing news. Edit, I have seen your comments and noticed some of you wanted a link for this story. You call, I answer. What? A dude had HIV and cancer? WTF, and he lived. They cancelled each other out. Edit. PLS, stop replying that they cancelled each other out. You are all very funny and clever, but PLS, stop. Two negatives makes a positive. Oil price war between Russia and Saudi Arabia. Don't know much about it, but my jaw just about dropped on my way home from a semi-remote vacation and saw that gas was almost down to $1.90 a gallon in our city. Think they had oil going for like $30 a barrel or something. Oil price war combined with COVID-19 is what's tanking the US domestic economy right now. Not many people missed that among the coverage. Yeah, I looked a little more into it and saw that. But like I said, we were in kind of a remote area at the time, and not on my phone or watching TV. Still haven't seen anything more about it pop up here on local news, but that could be because we're just starting to get multiple cases of the virus and they're closing everything. The Taliban never intended to follow the treaty recently signed with the US. That's news? I'd be more surprised if they intended to follow it. I'd be surprised if either side ever had any intention to follow it. But America always upholds treaties, right? Depends. Are you an American Indian? A new dinosaur the size of a hummingbird was found literally just yesterday. I thought that said hummingbird the size of a dinosaur, dude, I shit myself. Can you imagine? That would be insane. Well, we now know about dinosaurs the size of hummingbirds, so we do have hummingbirds the size of dinosaurs just flying around right now. Harvey Weinstein was found guilty and will die in jail, probably soon. Suicide is a terrible thing. Nah, nobody needs him dead. He wasn't a broker or sex like Epstein was, didn't have a little black book. He just abused the hell out of everybody he could because he was a piece of shit. Lots of people probably want him dead, but nobody's sweating about what he might say that'll ruin their lives. There's a plague of locusts about to tear through Africa. Plague, check. Pestilence, check. War, always check. Alright boys. Start packing it up and better get repenting. From the looks of things, God's about to shut this down. Kim Jong-un trying to get the attention back by letting off fireworks in his garden again. I'm curious how severe coronavirus is in North Korea, given their relative isolation. Though I do believe NK has a strong relationship with China. Smugglers regularly cross the border between NK and China to bring in illegal goods like Western media and books. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them caught the virus and brought it home too. Wuhan Solo. Johnny Depp is suing The Sun. Edit, as someone said in the comments, The Sun is a shitty newspaper in the UK. I almost didn't edit this because the replies have been hilarious, but I feel I probably should lol. Good. These companies need to be held responsible for their irresponsible reporting. Let's hope for another news of the world-style shutdown. Putin is becoming lifetime ruler of Russia, so, nothing new? The difference now is that he isn't even pretending. The bill basically gives him the legal right to be a dictator. But I'm pretty sure it also guarantees a living minimum wage, or at least a provision for it was included in the bill he sent to their legislative body, so that's nice. I think he won the vote in a landslide 383-0. People must really love this guy. In the German news, they showed him coming into the hall after it was suggested, with the comment that it was very unusual for him to be there. I don't think it's possible to state he was threatening them all more clearly without saying the words directly. Ethiopia is facing mass starvation due to swarms of locusts the size of cities. Apparently they're bringing in hundreds of geese to eat the locusts. Who will eat the geese? Larger, more aggressive geese. I know it's pretty obvious, but the Hong Kong protests. Also Australia, after over 250 days is no longer on fire, but that's because the fires were put out by floods, and then those floods will be put out because of a drought, and the cycle continues, rinse and repeat. It's the circle of life. The second person in the world has been cured of HIV. I didn't know Eve had HIV. Take my upvote and leave. 1. Oil price war between Saudi Arabia and Russia. Arguably the bigger impact on stock markets. The biggest drop in oil prices since the Gulf War and a similar strategy to what eventually brought down the Soviet Union. Trump spoke with MBS before the decision was made, so it's unlikely they acted without approval. ESP with the Saudis rounding up some princes for allegedly plotting a coup. Potential targets, Iran and Venezuela. 2. Greek-Turkish border skirmishes over migrants. 3. Brazil removing all its diplomats from Venezuela where there have been military tensions in past year. Brazil-Venezuela conflict? These are some interesting times. Don't let Reddit fool you. There'll be no war. Unless Venezuela attacks us, which I highly doubt. Source, I'm Brazilian. RG here. We might be many things, but there's one thing you won't see in South America these days, and that is internation war. Despite our countless issues, at least we have peace. That one bill against TikTok on government devices, this is fine. It's kind of related to coronavirus, but I am a physician in one of the US communities currently experiencing a sharp increase in COVID-19 cases. Our local blood supply has reached critical levels due to many canceled blood drives, as well as cancellations by regular donors who are trying to practice social distancing. Unfortunately, our blood product needs in the hospitals don't stop at this time. We still have many critically ill patients, bone marrow transplant, open heart surgery, etc., who need blood, and especially platelets. If you are young and healthy in a community impacted by COVID-19, please consider visiting your local blood center to donate, especially if you are type O or AB, or can donate platelets. Even if you are in a community not yet hit by the virus, consider donating, as many blood centers are part of a national network that can share products. The risk of getting or spreading the virus in this setting is relatively low, but you will be helping save someone's life. This is a small thing you can do right now to truly help someone in need. Longtime Reddit lurker but created an account to bring awareness to this, as I have not seen a lot of attention either on Reddit or in the news. Please help spread the word. Thanks for taking the time to read and hope that you and yours are staying healthy. Oh yeah, and asteroid is said to fly by Earth. Maybe we can have multiple apocalypse scenarios at once. Asteroid, virus, climate change, now we just need nuclear. A combo deal. Harvey Weinstein rushed to hospital with chest pains. I hope he gets the best care possible and recovers to the fullest of his potential health. He has a lot of years behind bars waiting for him and he needs to experience every single one of them. You had me at the first half, not going to lie. Oh, I knew where they were going, and I absolutely support it. I hope he lives to see not only the 23 years from New York, but also whatever sentence LA gives him for after that. 20% of my 401k, temporary loss, it'll rise from the grave stronger than ever, if you're not retiring this year lol. Well, there's 30 active serial killers in the US right now, or is there just one killer who's really good at it? Oh, now that's a terrifying thought. My birthday, I turned 18 yesterday. Couldn't go ice skating at the mall as I hoped because of coronavirus. Edit. Thanks for all the wishes guys, and yeah, I did have a pretty fulfilling birthday despite not being able to go outside. Happy birthday to all the others who have their birthdays around this time too. Hope your birthdays are not too bad this year. Sorry to hear that. You only turn 18 once. Nevertheless, happy birthday. Hopefully, all of this will be over soon so we can back to partying. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you have a similar story, share it in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more. Have a great day, or night.